Acids and bases. Now we are starting the classification of acids. In the previous chapter, we have already classified the acids on the basis of their occurrence or sources. Now, there is a second criteria for the classification of acids, that is depend on the basis of their strength. On the basis of their strength. On the basis of the strength, acids are classified into two categories. The first one is that is called strong acid. I say for strong acid. Now the acid or acid solution, acids or aqueous solution of acids which almost ionizes in water called strong acid. Generally, mineral acids are a strong acid like H2SO4, HNO3, H2SO4, HCl, hydrochloric acid, perchloric acid, HClO4. These all are called strong acid. But it's not compulsory that all mineral acids are strong acid. Like if we are taking the example of phosphoric acid, H3PO4, carbonic acid, that is H2CO3. These two acids, although mineral acids, but these two acids follow the criteria of weak acid. So we can say that generally mineral acids are strong acid, but all mineral acids are not strong acid. Now we are discussing that what is the criteria or how we can say that is the strong acid or that one is the weak acid. Suppose we are taking the aqueous solution of HCl. This one is the HCl. This acid dissolved in water, that is called aqueous solution of HCl. Now in this solution, suppose initially we are taking the 100 molecules of HCl. Note that we are taking the molecules of HCl. Then these 100 molecules of HCl are dissolved in water. Then what happens? When dissolved in water, this HCl ionizes into ions by the help of H2O. Or we can say that this H2O ionizes this HCl molecule. In this way, it gives Cl negative ion plus this H plus combine this H2O and gives a hydronium ion, that's it, H3O plus. This H3O plus is called hydronium ion. It is also written in this way, that is H plus and aqueous. So H plus aqueous and hydronium ion both are same term, and the Cl negative is called chloride ion. So if we consider that HCl is a strong acid, then what happens? Before dissolving H2O of HCl, we are taking the 100 molecule of HCl. But when we are dissolved the HCl in H2O, then after dissolution, we can say that this HCl molecule break up into ions, and the ions is Cl negative ion and H plus ion or H3O plus ion. So after dissolution, we are having 99% Cl negative and H plus aqueous. So after dissolving, we are having only 1% HCl molecule and 90% we are having Cl negative and H plus. This will be termed as complete ionization of HCl. So any acid which we have in this way means when dissolved in water, if it gives approximately 99% ions, then it will be considered in a strong acid. Like HCl, we are taking another example. For example, we are taking the H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid, which is also called king of chemicals. When it is dissolved in water, like HCl, it will be gives 99% ions. So initially we are taking 100 molecules of H2SO4, but after dissolution it gives 2H plus, since it contains 2H plus SO4 2 minus. Here is the H plus aqueous. So after dissolution it gives this 90% H plus and SO4 2 ions. So we can see that strong acids are completely ionized in this way. Now the second criteria of the strength is on the basis of second is weak acid. Acids which are not completely ionized, in water, or we can say these are partially ionized, are termed as weak acid. For example, you are taking the organic acids like CH3COH. It's an acetic acid. You know that it's acetic acid obtained from vinegar and dissolved in water. So, for example, initially we are taking the 100 molecules of this acetic acid. After dissolution, it gives acetate ion, that will be the CH3, C=O negative and H plus aqueous. So after dissolution, it gives only up to 30% this acetate ion and H plus. Means after dissolution, it will be remains 70% in the non-dissociate form. So we can say that if acid ionized only up to 30 or 35%, that will be considered a weak acid. So we can say that if we consider a aqueous solution of acetic acid, then this one is the aqueous solution of acetic acid. So this solution contains CH3COH, that will be the 70%, and CH3C=O negative plus H plus. Both ions are present in 30%. So we can say that aqueous solution of acetic acid contains these three species, that is the non-dissociate CH3COH, that will be up to 70%, and ionized or dissociate acetate ion and H plus up to 30%. So here is the clear that weak acids are those acids which are ionized partially or not completely ionized. So generally organic acids are the weak acid. Generally organic acids are the weak acids. Although it is not true for all the acids, since we have previously said that phosphoric acid and carbonic acid, although they are mineral acid, but they are a weak acid. Now the third criteria is the classification of the acid is on the basis of concentration. On the basis of concentration, you know that what is the meaning of concentration? Concentration means a fixed amount of solute that is present in a fixed amount of a solvent. So here is the concentration means the amount of acid that is present in a water. So that is called on the basis of concentration. So on the basis of concentration, we can classify acids again two categories. The first one is the dilute acid. Dilute acids are those acids which are having less concentration. Less concentration means less amount of the acid in water. So we can say that in acidic solution or in acid solution, if amount of water is greater than acid, then it will be termed as dilute acid. It means in dilute acid, most probably amount of H2O, that is solvent, is greater than acid. You know that acid have corrosive nature, but their corrosive nature is due to the presence of amount of acid. It is not due to the water. So we can say that if we are taking the dilute acid, then no doubt the dilute acid have less corrosive nature since they have less amount of acid. Now, when we are diluting the acid, then always slowly add acid to water. When we are preparing a dilute solution, then always acid, then always slowly add acid to water. Never follow vice versa. Otherwise, so much heat is produced during the dilution process that the container, especially that of glass, may break. The hot content may also cause an explosion and spill on our clothes and body, and this may be result into the serious acid burns. So, if we are taking, here is the amount of water and here is the add acid drop by each. So, this is the diluting pattern of any mineral acid. Now, in this category, the second type acid is concentrated acid. The acid which having more amount of acid as compared to water are termed as concentrated acid. It means if more amount of are present in water, it will be termed as concentrated acid. It means in concentrated acid there is an amount of acid which is greater than water. Now no doubt, since concentrated acid having more amount of acid, so they will be more corrosive in nature as compared to dilute acid. For example, if we have written that dilute H2SO4 and concentrate H2SO4, so no doubt it will be more corrosive than this dilute H2SO4, since this concentrated H2SO4 having more amount of acid as compared to water, and this dilute H2SO4 having less amount of acid as compared to water. So here is the complete classification of acids. Now, for your knowledge, there is the important point is that you know about planets. Now, have you know the name of Venus? It's a planet. Do you know that atmosphere of Venus is made up of thick white and yellow clouds of H2SO4. Atmosphere of Venus is made up by the white and yellow clouds of H2SO4. It's only for your knowledge. Thank you. Have a good day.